Okay, welcome back to one last Animal Crossing video, because nobody demanded it. Today, I'm gonna do the stuff that kinda makes me feel like a horrible person. Yeah, this is just one of those things that it's a video game, it has no real actual consequences, and yet, because if you were to do this in the real world, you'd be like a huge jerk, it still makes me feel like a little guilty. And no, I'm not talking about selling my soul to the company store. Although the whole mobile thing, you know, like the mobile phone aspect with rewards and everything does make me think of something weird that popped up today. In my email, I got a message, like, you know, encouraging me to, you know, spring into spring with Pokemon Go. Which now seems like a really bad time to get back into Pokemon Go. Some places, it might actually be criminal. I know where I'm at. Let's see, we have like a stay indoors order, which the exception is only if you are doing something, you know, like life or death. Like, I can go out for groceries, because if I don't eat, I will die, and I can take, like, you know, I can take myself to the doctor or, like, my cats to the vet, which I did have to do once. But beyond that, not too much. So yeah, I'm not sure, we might be able to go out for like small walks, but I don't know. I'm not sure I really want to risk getting fined over something like that. I know it has been encouraged by at least one person that I watched though, just, you know, for sanity's sake. Oh yeah, I think last time I was complaining about, like, all the eggs. Well, it turns out that they just did an update not too long ago that actually cut down on the number of eggs. So, you know, that's pretty neat, I guess. But yeah. Some of you probably already know what I'm about to do. Pretty much, these islands are, like, super disposable. Like, you'll never, like, even though they all have, like, setups that just repeat and repeat and repeat, when it comes right down to it, like, you'll never technically go to the same island twice, even if it has the same layout. Damn it! I got the angle wrong. Again. But yeah. So, yeah. Since you never go to the same one again, the entire point seems to be I'm just gonna farm resources. So pretty much what I always end up doing is I'll go to one of these abandoned islands and just strip it. And I'm not talking in the sexy way, I'm talking in the, you know, I completely decimate it. But yeah. First, to make sure you don't accidentally get any wasps, you shake all the trees before you cut them down. Then, you just go to town. FYI, if your village isn't at full capacity, there'll also be a random villager here that you can recruit to go to your island. Which is a, you know, if you don't have amiibo, is great, and if you do have amiibo, it's still good because there's some that don't have amiibo cards, so you need, you know, to find them here, or to have them randomly move in. I did not get rid of all my garbage before I came here. I am such a gosh dang fool. We'll see how far I can get with this. Yeah, since there's an achievement for, you know, selling 1 billion weeds, this actually works pretty well. Oh, damn it. And my axe is dead. Welp. Yeah. There is something nice about, you know, like, getting all the DIYs and continually going and doing them is nice because it gives you something to work towards and something to collect, but at the same time, it does really just break up the pace when you do this. I know it's been compared to Breath of the Wild a lot. People are like, remember when, you know... Damn it, I need more wood. Regular wood. Yeah, they'll say things like, you know, remember when Breath of the Wild, you know, everybody was so happy with wasps, with how easily the weapons broke? Well, they brought it back. Swap it. Swap. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's an odd little choice that they made. I'll say that. Oh shoot, I didn't actually chop any wood. But yeah. Well, I'm all mixed up. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It almost seems like this is the point of the islands, though. To just, you know, be used to gather resources without actually having to go through any of your stuff. Oh, I have some ideas. I have some very many ideas. Yeah, I'm wearing like the Iron Man freaking shades. At least it reminds me of Iron Man. I could be crazy. I could be very wrong. Yeah. Don't mind the noise, it's just my cat sneaking up to the windowsill. Yeah, if you run out of tools, you can also get them from the Birdman, the dodo. He'll help you out. Yeah, I just do this once a day until, yeah, I have like quotas of weeds that I need to collect for reasons. So yeah, I do this once a day to just skim for frickin' resources. I don't need to do this, but it marks, you know, it pretty much checks off the list that I did do it. So I'm gonna do it. Oh yeah, I have like 2 spaces now. I can do this. For the time being. Yeah, I really gotta look. Is there anything I can do? Cherry blossoms are a valuable resource to me, but I don't think one's really gonna do much. I'll collect each of the corals at least, because that's a good way to make some money. Plus, there's another achievement, or at least chore, whatever you want to call it, with the Nook Miles, for collecting all, you know, like for selling so many shells. Honestly, I swear, like, you know, checking off my little, you know, list of things that the Nook phone wants me to do is actually part of what's just keeping me going with this game. Because my OCD just wants the list all, you know, taken care of. Oh, I don't think I mentioned this. Last time I was complaining about how, like, the eggs, you know, like, they keep on screwing you up because, you know, you try and get things done and they just give you these stupid eggs which you don't really need. And apparently, you know, Nintendo heard this. Because I hear the last update actually, you know, made it so that eggs drop less frequently. Which is some quick response time for them. I'm actually pretty impressed. I mean, I know the backlash on that was pretty quick from what I understand. Everybody was just like, the bunny must die. The bunny must die. Ay, ay. Yeah. Other thing I'll be doing today once I'm done, you know, just completely wasting this place. I'll be using my amiibo to kick somebody out of the village and get a new neighbor. Which, it's really nice that they let you do that, because the alternative is pretty much bullying somebody off the island. Which is a weird little conundrum, because, like, you know, the villagers, they're almost, like, decorative. I watched a video where somebody was complaining about how I missed my shot. About how, you know, like the... Ooh. Villagers have less personality in this. I'm not sure how true that is, but I do know it seems like they give me less tasks to do, if that makes sense. No. You know what? I'm just gonna be getting rid of these anyway. Because I already have them. But yeah. Like, they give me less tasks to do, and I don't know. I, like, talk to them occasionally. Well, it depends on how much I like them. Some of them, I talk to them very frequently. And then they make smart-ass comments about how it's like, oh, hey, how many times are you gonna talk to me today? And it's like, do you have a quota of the number of times? You talk to me, you know, 3 times, and anything over that, I'm just intruding upon your day? I thought we were friends. I think my cat pooped. If you heard scratching in the background, it was her messing with the litter, and now I'm smelling a little scent here. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But as I was saying, yeah, it shouldn't really matter if you get rid of villagers, because, you know, like, they're just data. It's like, really, it shouldn't make much difference. It's not much different, I should say, between if I'm at home and I just say, oh, I got a new, you know, figurine I want to display, I'll put one of the old ones in storage. It's not really any different than that, when it comes right down to it. And yet, I still feel like kind of a jerk. Because, like, you know, they react when you're a, you know, an asshole to them. I mean, like any normal person would. And, you know, while they're not people, at the same time, you know, the game does encourage you to be friends with them and everything. I actually got, like, a second, you know, like, there's one of the Nook Miles for, you know, like, becoming good friends with somebody, and I got a second one of those. But I'm not sure who it was. I thought it was after I talked to Savannah, but I was already good friends with her, unless there's, like, a level up of your friendship. Which, yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to keep up with how to, you know, like, how things work in this game, but, you know, it's still fairly new, and I still only have so much time I'm gonna, you know, gonna invest in learning how to play a game that, you know, let's face it, in a few months I'll probably, you know, give up and move on to something else. There are certain games that I want to get back into, and now is the perfect time for them, so I could probably stand to play this less while I'm stuck indoors. Big one is, you know, is Smash. I have friends that play that, so I could play, you know, like, I could impress them. Then, you know, like, I also, like, for a while, I was on a kick of playing it online, but I was playing it in handheld. Huh. I was playing it in handheld with, like, you know, over wireless. I could always make a new watering can. Wait, what did I get rid of? I feel like such a fool that I freaking let this happen. I was playing it handheld wireless, and yeah, with Joy-Cons, which kind of, you know, goes hand in hand with the whole handheld bit. But yeah, like, there we go. And I was just doing terrible when I did that. Yet when I play it, you know, like either in, you know, if I play it in person with somebody else on a GameCube controller, like, I do a lot better. So apparently, I'm a gosh dang fool for just playing it all willy-nilly. I do know it is frowned upon to play online without an adapter, which I do have one of those. I set it up recently. Yeah, I'd like to play more of Smash. I'd like to play more of Splatoon. And also ARMS, funnily enough. I was actually really happy when they announced that the next fighter for Smash would be from ARMS. Although I'm wondering who it'll be. I'm pretty sure everybody, you know, is, so that's not, you know... I mean, my guess is it's gonna be Min Min, because she is, like, the most popular character. It's not who I would pick, but then again, you know... It's still neat to just get somebody from that game. But yeah, I do remember, like, a while back, they had something called Party Crash, which, from what I understand, I never took part in it. Don't know why. Wait, do I not have wood? Yeah, okay. Oh, I already have... Huh. Well, let's see what happens when I... swing. Darn it. No. You know what? I think I'm better off just getting the cherries and taking them back. Because 2 hardwood's not going to do me much good. But yeah, they had party crashes in, you know, ARMS, which from what I understand, you would pick, you know, it'd be one character versus one character, and I think you could play anybody, but you pretty much play to represent the other character, right? And you got bonus points if you did it for, you know, one of the characters that was actually in the mix. But yeah, like, you know, it was like pretty much like a tournament style thing where, you know, like you eliminated people as you went along. And so you had they actually called it the ultimate winner. The ultimate winner of Party Crash was Min Min, and I remember seeing like a forum post where somebody drew attention to that. They're like, ultimate winner? Huh? Huh? So yeah, there's a fair chance that it'll be Min Min. My choices would probably be Lola Pop, then Dr. Coil, then Twintelle. Although really, I think I mostly don't want it to be Helix. I hate Helix. Don't ask me why. It seems awful cruel for me to have something against a 2-year-old, right? But yeah, I hate Helix. And I also don't like Bite and Bark very much either. So yeah, if I had to say, you know, no way Jose, it'd be to those 2 characters. Bite and Bark's a little weird because I actually really, really like, you know, robots most times. And yet somehow with them, I think it's just because the way they play can be obnoxious. But yeah, so I'm hoping it's not either of them. But everybody else I'd at least be, oh, a Ninjara, I don't know. Like, the whole thing with Ninjara is, like, he just strikes me as one of those guys who, like, what's his personality? Oh, his personality is ninja, and that's it. And it's like, you know, that's not terribly interesting. Like, ninjas are cool, but, you know, like, that's a character trait, it's not a personality, you know what I mean? So that reminds me of something, you know, else. Like, years ago for Free Comic Book Day, they put out, like, you know, a sample comic. It was, like, you know, it was for ARMS. It was gonna expand it into some sort of, like, story or whatever. Like, you know. And since, you know, you can only get so much personality in ARMS based off of, like, you know, their painting, like, you know, there's character art that you can unlock, and then, you know, like, just the way they handle themselves in the matches, you know, you can get a little bit off of that. But it's not, like, super in-depth or anything. So I was really looking forward to that, because not only do I like ARMS, I also wanted to know more about just the, you know, the world in general. They explained a few things in the comic, like why everybody wears the eye mask. Apparently those are actually used to help control their arms. Which was apparently something discovered by Dr. Coyle. So that was a neat little tidbit right then and there. But yeah, I don't know. I've been really looking forward to it, and since they seem to be getting back on the bandwagon, I'm hoping that they go, you know, and actually do something with it. The other thing about the comic, though, that I was really looking forward to, I didn't realize it at the time, but the guy who, you know, was set to write it and wrote the initial chapter was a guy called Ian Flynn, who he's been writing the Sonic comics for quite a while, including, like, the new IDW series that came out. And he also wrote the Mega Man comics, which were really good. Back when that was still a thing. So yeah, like, it'd be a slam dunk if they got him to write ARMS. At least I think so. Of course, the problem might be whether actual interest is there. Hold on 1 second. Come on. No, it failed. Yes, I'd like to try again. Yeah. From what I understand, the, you know, ARMS did do fairly well. I just don't think it did as well as they were hoping. I think part of it might have just been that it was an earlier game, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that it picks up with, you know, the freebie DLC, well, the freebie trial that they're putting out for, like, 2 weeks or whatever it is. And also them bringing somebody in for Smash. But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably do an ARMS video at some point. But yeah. Yeah, those... Oh, Splatoon. That's the third game that I'd like to, you know, get back into playing and get better at. But yeah, there's only so much time, but with us being stuck inside, now is the perfect time to do it. Mm-hmm. Come on. I need you to be my friend. Yeah? Ironwood low table. Yes. Okay, I have the iron nuggets with me. It's just a matter of... Does it require only... Whoops, I need to learn it. Does it require only 7? 7 or less. If it's 7 or less, I can do this. I might have to sit on my toilet to get rid of that so I don't end up doing something bad. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, she didn't mind me pushing her a little bit. That's another way you can bully people off the island. You can just push them around. From what I understand, the best ways to get rid of them are to hit them in the head with a net. After you hit them 3 times in a row, they'll get upset with you. You can also send them mean letters with trash attached. Let's see. You can push them around, and you can refuse to talk to them. Allegedly, if you talk to Isabelle and complain about them, that might work, but I've heard mixed reports whether that does anything for them or not. So, I don't know. No guarantees with that one. Yes! I've done it. Yeah. Makes me a good bit more comfortable that I can get rid of them without having to do that, though. As you know, as I said before, it's more or less just swapping out decorations when you move villagers in and out, but it just feels wrong, okay? To be a jerk, like, I'm a freaking sadist. I like, you know, I kind of like being mean a lot of times, and yet it feels somehow wrong even for me. It's ready. Yes. Oh yeah, last time she gave me this stinking weird bodysuit. I actually wanted to wear it here with me. So that way, you know, maybe she'd be even more willing to move in. A heated bidet. Huh. An infinity pool? Is that an exaggeration type thing? Like an impossible thing? Or is there something that's actually considered so big that they call it an infinity pool? And a heated bidet? I don't know. That might be nice. Uh-huh. You should live here. Okay. Oh no! That is a great idea. Hopefully I'm not, you know, going past this too much. Who really wants to leave? According to me. Yeah, get rid of Rodney. Ooh, since Mitzi didn't move in yet, she's not on the list. But yeah, I did this yesterday with her, so I'll have two new neighbors soon. Yeah, I hate Rodney. If I didn't need to ask him to move in, I wouldn't have, but he was my first camper. My sister got frickin' Raymond as her first camper, and yet, you know. And yet she's upset, even though Raymond's frickin' awesome. Well, that's nice. But yeah, there we go. Anka will be moving in the next few days. So yeah, that'll do it for today. That's how you can be a jerk in Animal Crossing.